Welcome back to Tales by Tyrell, where every tale blossoms with wonder and every word carries a sprinkle of magic. Today, we bring you a story filled with beauty, mystery, and a song that heals. So lean in, open your heart, and listen closely. This is the enchanting tale of the Rose Princess and the Golden Bird. Once upon a time, in a land where mountains kissed the clouds and rivers sang lullabies to the valleys, there lived a princess unlike any other. She was born in the royal garden under a rose bush that bloomed out of season, with blossoms so fragrant and deep red they looked like drops of ruby. The moment she opened her eyes, the roses bloomed brighter and the birds sang sweeter. From that day on, the people called her the Rose Princess, for her cheeks were soft like petals and her heart even softer. She grew up not in ballrooms but in gardens. She would often be found sitting under an old willow tree, reading to squirrels or feeding breadcrumbs to the robins. She believed that every flower had a voice, every bird a story. Her joy came from nature, not riches. But one spring, something strange happened. The roses in the royal garden began to wither. One by one, the petals fell like tears to the ground. The bees stopped buzzing, the butterflies flew elsewhere. Even the air felt dry and heavy, as if the garden itself had forgotten how to breathe. The Rose Princess knelt beside her favorite bush, the very one under which she was born, and gently cupped a wilted bloom. "Why are you sad?" she whispered. That evening, she ran to the royal gardener, a kind old man with hands that smelled of soil and sun. "Master Elric," she said, "the roses, they are dying. What do we do?" Elric's eyes, once bright, now looked tired. "Your Highness," he said quietly, "when the roses wither without reason, it is said only one creature can bring them back." The princess leaned forward. "Elric, do you mean the golden bird?" He nodded slowly. "Yes, child, a bird of pure gold and ancient song. Its music awakens life, but no one has ever truly seen it. Many have gone looking, none have returned with proof." Most princesses would have stayed in the safety of the castle, but the Rose Princess was not like the most. That very night, while the palace slept, she wrapped bread and berries in a cloth, tucked her mother's rose-shaped locket into her pocket, and slipped into the starlit forest. The moon lit her path as she wandered deeper into the woods. The trees grew taller, the winds colder. Strange whispers tickled her ears, not voices, but the sound of leaves remembering old secrets. Suddenly, she heard a cry, sharp and pained. Following it, she found a small fox, its paw caught in a thorny bramble. "Oh, you poor thing," she murmured, kneeling down. She gently freed its paw and wrapped it with her scarf. The fox, surprised, didn't run. Instead, it looked up at her with wise eyes and said, yes, actually said, "Follow the sun at dawn and you may find what you seek." Before she could ask more, the fox trotted off, disappearing into the night. The next morning, just as the first light touched the trees, she walked eastward toward the sun. Her journey was long. She crossed misty meadows, climbed rocky hills, and even helped a grumpy old stuck in a tangle of vines. Each creature she helped gave her something. Not gold, not jewels, but words. "Sing when you're afraid," said the owl. "Do not touch the golden feather," warned a squirrel she fed from crumbs. And finally, "The true heart hears the silent song," whispered a deer before it vanished into the mist. By the third day, the Rose Princess reached a quiet valley hidden by walls of ivy. There, in the center of the clearing, stood a silver tree, its leaves shimmering like glass. On its highest branch, bathed in golden light, sat the creature of legend, the golden bird. It was smaller than she had imagined, but more beautiful than words. Its feathers sparkled like sunbeams caught in rain. Its eyes held centuries of wisdom, but it did not move, and it did not sing. The princess stepped closer, carefully avoiding the fallen feathers that gleamed on the grass. She remembered the quick squirrel's warning. With her heart thudding, she knelt beneath the tree. "I did not come here for your golden feathers," she whispered. "I came for help. My garden is dying. My people are losing hope. All I ask is a song." The golden bird tilted its head, watching her in silence. Then it spoke, not with its beak, but with its song. Softly, the melody rose, clear, warm, and full of life. It wrapped around the trees, floated to the ground, and soared into the sky. The princess felt her heart ache, not with sadness, but with something deeper, like she had touched the soul of the world itself. And then, without a word, the golden bird fluttered down, landed gently on her shoulder, and said, "You did not ask for my feathers, you asked for my song. That is why I come." When she returned home, the change was instant. The roses bloomed again, redder, taller, fuller than ever before. Children laughed in the fields, the bees danced from flower to flower, and the skies turned a brighter shade of blue. The golden bird built a nest in the tallest tree of the royal garden. It didn't stay forever. It was a wild thing, after all. But it returned often, always to the one who asked for nothing and gave everything. And the Rose Princess? She ruled with the same heart she had always carried, gentle, brave, and full of love. She never forgot the whispers of the forest, the words of the animals, or the power of a pure request. Those who carry kindness in their hearts and ask for nothing but goodness receive treasures that gold cannot buy. Kindness, you see, calls even the rarest magic home. Thank you for listening to this magical journey only on Tales by Tyrell. If this story touched your heart like petals in spring, do give it a like, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more stories that speak to your soul. Until next time, may your days bloom with wonder and may your heart always follow the song.